Unplanned pregnancy? Abortion pills are safe, effective, and can be delivered to your home no matter where you live. Find out more at plancpills.org. That's plancpills.org.
Jackie Cation, Laurie Kilmartin.
Jacqueline, it looked like you were untangling a curling iron for a little bit there, but that was your microphone.
Because I don't own a curling iron.
I was like,
I don't own a hair dryer. It's a brand new Jackie. It's
Where are you? Are you at home right now?
I'm at home. I just got home from New York. Are you home?
Yes.
Nice. Mm-hmm. Did you just get home from New York?
I was in New York yesterday. Got into LA. LAX is just the worst. It is so bad. It's astonishing. You fly in, you land at Terminal 5. You have to walk to Terminal or get in at like 5, but you have to go through Terminal 4 to 5, baggage claim. There's no people movers. Everyone's just dragging their stuff out on tiled floors from the 60s, that kind of tile. And then I have to wait for Wally, the shuttle, and they pick you up upstairs, which isn't on a sign that is noticeable unless you're 30 minutes in waiting for a shuttle going, where the fuck did these things come from? And then you go, oh, there's a little sign. Okay. So then
it's also on your Wally Park card.
I don't have a Wally Park card, Jackie. I'm never using it again.
When you drove in.
Well, I don't have it with me. It's in the car.
Right. So
you're supposed to take my side against Wally Park. I understand when you side with everybody in comedy against me, but not a fucking parking garage at LAX.
Here's right. It's your rage at LAX feels right. It's because you fly out of Burbank so much. I don't care about LAX too much. It's but get this. Did you see what Augie posted?
Yes, that is shocking.
Burbank's no ticket to ride. And then I looked it up. There was no air traffic controllers at Burbank between 4 p.m. and 10 p.m.
And you can't fly after 10 p.m. out of Burbank.
Right. What they do is they slow everything down. In other words, they just sort of do it like traffic. Like the airplanes have to look out for each other. They're just eyeballing each other.
So they were landing
and taking off without air traffic controllers.
Wow. And Burbank has a short runway. Holy shit. That is some old school Amelia Earhart. Whoops, that didn't turn out well. Stuff. Dang.
I know it. So I'm flying later this month to Appleton, Wisconsin, and I was looking at I leave tomorrow, or I leave this day, Wednesday, to go to do Texas with Maria, and it's like Houston, Dallas, and San Antonio, but then I go to Madison, and then I go to Appleton, Wisconsin, and I fly out of Burbank to Salt Lake to Atlanta.
No.
To Appleton.
No, and so, Jackie.
I know. So I called and I was like, now why would I have done this?
Why did you do this to yourself? We need to investigate this.
Right. And the woman said, you didn't. We did this to you. The flight that you were on got changed. And so now you're flying to Atlanta. And I said, all of this because I wanted to fly out of Burbank. And she said, right. And I said, so what can you do? And she said, well, you could fly to Salt Lake like you have to out of Burbank for Delta. And then you could fly to Detroit and then to Appleton. And I said, yeah, at least I'm not, there's
no point
miles.
In being in the South when you're trying to get to the North.
Right. There's no reason to go an extra 1,000 miles further east and then come back. That's dumb. And so she changed it. But lot of things happened. There's some people who apologized. There's people who didn't apologize. Riyadh.
Jackie,
yes.
Let's talk about Riyadh. Before we do that, may I make a quick plea? If you are going to see me at the Denver Underground, November 7th and 8th, can you start buying tickets? I would appreciate that. Just let the club know I have some following. I will start posting shit on social media soon. But if you are a Jackie and Laurie listener and you're going to go, there's 2 shows each night, Friday, Saturday, November 7th and 8th. Could you buy tickets now? That would be great.
Yes,
Thank
that'd be
you.
great.
Okay.
First weekend in November? Is that what that is?
7th and 8th.
Okay. Love it.
I'm assuming. It's
right.
You know.
It's early. It's early November, you guys. And so get on that. Yeah. We can talk about Riyadh. We can also talk about New York. What do you want to talk about?
Let's do Riyadh. I think it's finally cresting a little bit because it's ending. I have been obsessed. Have you?
I have been inundated and not wanting to be obsessed. And so I inadvertently posted a thing that said I was exhausted about hearing about who was going and then how much people were given. And then there was speculation that the women were paid 10 times less than the men.
Jesus Christ.
And there were only 3 women anyway. So, but I did not confirm that. What I heard was that the women were offered 40 grand.
Yeah.
And that the guys started at 300.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's true. I like it as scuttlebutt, though, against the Saudis. What do you think?
Sure.
Just as a rumor. Let's just start it.
Right. I mean, I was very interested in the reaction as a comedian. You're very interested in the reaction to what your fellow comedians do, right? And the reaction of Bill Burr seems to be universally negative, right?
Right. He was not received well. Some of the meme
but
stuff
then
was kind
no
of
one
funny,
even mentions Tom Segura. Like it matters what your fans expect of you. And that was made
Nobody
so
has any
clear.
Expectations for Tom Segura. Yeah.
Well,
and
they
it's
just
weird.
expect him to take the money. The comic Jim Jeffries, he did not lose any fans by saying he didn't give a shit that Khashoggi was sawed to into pieces. Like his fans are like, yeah, mate. We expect that, mate.
What about is that your Australian accent? Because it's really it's sticking the
spot on is what you meant to say.
That's what I meant to say. You're like a koala. You sound amazing. So but like I mean, if you look at the list of, did Wayne Brady go?
Yes.
Yeah, nobody even mentions that.
He's not on the flyer, so he really went under the radar. He got his money, not even on the flyer, and he left. And no one, even you, don't believe it, and you've been told. So that guy did it right.
He really did. And I guess they asked Chappelle about it, and Chappelle was all excited to talk about how he didn't care.
He doesn't give a shit. He's in a different place. Nothing he said was unexpected from what we know of him now.
Like Segura, nobody talked to Jeff Ross about it. Right. Because everyone was like, no, of course Jeff Ross is a whore.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people
Jeff
where
Ross
you're like,
is not gonna,
And the other thing I think was sort of, I'll talk about Jessica in a second, but was also interesting, I think, I don't know, to me at least, is that people who were criticizing it, we come from a liberal Western democracy, right? Where when you do something like that, we criticize it. And there are some comics there who do not come from liberal Western democracies. They come from places that perhaps treat women almost as badly as the Saudis or close to it. And their mentality is very different going to that place. And they're not going to necessarily be affected by this sort. It almost looks like privileged white whining, from a certain point of view, I think, I don't know.
Well, but so did you see Fahim's impression of Sebastian Maniscalco?
Hilarious.
Oh my God. It was so funny. It made me laugh. I watched it dozens of times.
It's so good. It's so good.
I was like, Issa Bonsa.
Fahim Anwar, find it on Instagram, did an impression of Sebastian Maniscalco. Because he also went. Again, he had no repercussions.
Nope.
No one even brings him up. So people bring up Bill Burr, and they're furious.
I think maybe Hollywood Reporter asked people, and it was like I've fallen for that trap too. When the Hollywood Reporter asks me, and then I answer.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I'm in the spotlight.
Oh,
because
yeah.
that
You're
was
the critic.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Like I was like, they probably asked all those guys and they never even responded to the email.
Yeah. Right.
And then they didn't have anything to say to him. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, Bill did say something really kind of
Unfortunate.
unfortunate. Because I really like him a lot too. Sometimes he drives me nuts, and sometimes I really love him. His material and stuff. But like he said, he said, I couldn't believe. I'm paraphrasing.
Okay.
I was fed this information that it was going to be death to America, and they're going to want to chop my head off. Well, okay, if you really think that, you're probably not going to take the gig. But that's okay. You're
Right.
whatever.
Okay.
But the notion that Saudis are shouting death to America, that to me is like, do you know there's so many countries in the Middle East, and one of them that's not doing that is Saudi Arabia. They are very tightly controlled. Here's what they do is death to America. They don't shout it. They crash a plane into it. They actually do it, right?
They quietly just kill a bunch of Americans.
Yeah. They're not
they
even
don't talk
quiet about it, right?
They're
And
not
then
talking about it.
Right. Yeah. Then they lure you into the Turkish embassy. That's how they do it. Right. But they make a lot of money with Americans. So they're very capitalist. They have deals with Kushner, who's Jewish. They have deals with Trump. They have deals with everybody. So they're not allowing their people to shout death to America. Who did was like Iran in the late 70s. So you're
right.
For me, you're summoning
conflating
the
yes.
Iranian students that overthrew the Shah with current Saudis? That was like,
because that's a very different.
But the way he said it was like, this is what I was fed. No, I get the same news you do. I didn't think that. I don't know, right, Jackie.
Yeah, I will say that. So Saudi Arabia and Jared Kushner's company and another guy just bought EA, Electronic Arts, video games. But it's Kushner and some other douche nozzle, and then the Saudis, and they leveraged it. So they're essentially, it's like a 5-year plan to turn the powerhouse that is EA that everyone loves into something even bigger that nobody loves.
They just it's that word
weird.
shitification where things get bought and then they just get shittier. They get bought by hedge funds.
Weird.
They get shittier. Flying is shittier. Everything is shittier. Jessica.
Right.
Jessica Kirsten.
Oh, right. So Garg, right? What Zarna?
Pardon?
Who the 3 women who went?
Zarna, Whitney Cummings, and
Jessica.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and only Jessica has been interviewed. You would think Whitney would say something if it was
again,
Whitney.
Her fans were it. That was the thing where she was responding to her fans. Like I think I don't know. She's a friend of mine and I like her a lot and she's great.
Mm-hmm.
And I've known her for a long time and she fucking works
she's a
her
great
ass
comic.
off and she's hilarious.
Yeah, she grinds it out and she's great.
So, I can see how she's a single mom. She has 4 fucking kids. I'm a single mom of 1 kid and I never feel like I will ever have enough to keep him safe. Now she's got 4. Okay. So that's in your head. If they're paying, again, I don't know since you just said they lowballed the women, I don't even know, but I'm thinking if they paid enough for her to be home for 6 weeks instead of on the road, that's an easy yes. And if you're not thinking about the other stuff,
Well, but the way she put it, the way she talked about it was, the way she answered it, it actually sounded like something.
Yes, about that's the thing we talked about last week about how, even now, and I'm sure you get this too, you just get women just saying it's so great to see a woman up there. It really meant something to them, especially when you kill, it means something, right? And so you add gay and Jewish to that in Saudi Arabia. That's huge for some audience members. And she knows that. She has women coming up to her at every show, I'm sure, saying, thank you for existing the way you do. So out and bold about your whole life, not hiding anything like that.
Right.
There's certain comedians like that give people strength. Okay. By existing. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, even Bill Burr gives,
And th- and
I
that
mean,
was
I
her-
guess everyone does, right? To their fans.
Right, but yes, I think that Bill Burr representing straight white men and making it okay to be a straight white guy is super important. I
Well,
just thought I'd be a dick. I'm
you
kidding.
are a dick. Sometimes you are a
Okay.
dick, and please don't let that rain on me. Anyone listening? That's Jackie
No.
owns her assholery 100%.
Right. So don't forget which one the Laurie is. Laurie, you make sure that you're assigning the jackassery to each of us. And Kyle has nothing to do with it. That's it.
No, he's not.
He's just sitting there.
He's reading.
He's drawing. He's
Yes.
probably drawing. That's it. Look at him.
He's
right
drawing.
there, doodling.
On the branches from Drawbox.
Yeah. So, I mean, there were, and we talked about this last week about how there's reasons to go and there's reasons not to go. And sometimes you don't even think and you just say yes. And then all of a sudden there's backlash.
Yeah.
And then, just keep your head down, keep moving, cash the check. And so Jessica said she was going to donate.
Yeah.
And then I saw some of her fans were like, I want to see a receipt. And I'm like, no, she's not going to lie about it, asshole.
Well,
You
the other
know,
thing
if
is,
she says she's going to donate, she'll tell you who she's donating.
are those fans?
Are they actual fans
here's
that are
the
giving
thing.
her shit?
When she apologized, that unfortunately that leaves a huge opening for people to jump in because they know you saw their comments, and now they're going to say more shit to you, right? So are these people saying this shit to her fans? Were they people that were going to go to a show? I doubt it. Okay.
Right.
Maybe, but I doubt it. It's just people being shitty and seeing
a small
that,
percentage. Yeah, maybe some of them. But
when
I
they
think
see
you're right. Yeah.
that their comments actually do affect your behavior, then some people are gracious, like, thank you for doing the right thing or whatever. And other people are like, ooh, what else can I say to shred her? Right. So that's, for her, of all the people that get backlash, she's getting more backlash than a whole bunch of other people who aren't doing anything. She's given it back. And the reason she went in terms of emotionally connecting with audience members seem way more relatable than to, I just want $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
So, as usual, a woman is getting extra shit, even though she actually tried to make up for what the problem was, I guess.
Right. Classic. But, yeah, did you do okay? So I think we've covered Riyadh.
I think so.
I think
yes.
I think we can safely say.
Can I just add though that there's a whole. I know you don't pay attention to these podcasts, but there's a shitload of podcasts, not by comics, but by people evaluating, critiquing, clipping comedy podcasts. Not even comedy sets. Not even stand-up sets.
Like a secondary
podcast.
A secondary market of
yes.
comedy podcast.
And those podcasts will be as long as the podcast they're critiquing.
Is anyone doing Jackie and Laurie?
Not yet, Jackie. I think because of our gender and age, we fly under the radar.
Mm-hmm. Or over.
But but so those. Matt Ruby tweeted about this, but I had noticed this too, is they get more views than actual hour-long comedy specials that comics spend $40,000 putting out. Like a podcast about you and your podcast will get more views than your special, which your podcast, ideally supports just to keep people out. The comedy audience business landscape is just completely upside down. Everything is wrong. I loved it when comedians were nobodies. Every once in a while, you heard of someone from The Tonight Show, but otherwise, you're just some other fucking headliner who was on Evening at the Improv. Those were the days. No presidents talked to us. No politicians talked to us. It was great.
Right. We weren't related to politicians, or if we were, nobody knew. Mm-hmm. It was every time Chuck Schumer says anything, there's like somebody has to mention Amy Schumer.
They are so distantly related. They're like
they're cousins.
They're not cousin cut. They're like second or third cousins. You're talking a couple layers out. They happen to they both kept the last name, but that's
and they
just
keep
an
in
accident.
touch, like they know each other. So it's not without.
I'm sure they,
It's
but
it doesn't matter.
right.
She has not run for office. She is not in Congress. It doesn't have anything to do with her.
No.
Yeah, it's completely insane. Yeah. How was your week in New York?
It was really. Can you hear Charmy?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. I can. Let me just shut the door super quick.
Okay. Right now would be a great time for you to put that ad, maybe.
I think that's
And
a
maybe
great idea.
let's take a break. Let's take a little early break.
Oh.
And do you have
So-
a comic of the week?
Oh, do comic of the week? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So she just popped up on my Instagram, of course. Very funny, Ria Lina, Rialina. Her Instagram is Ria Lina with the underscore. I guess there's another one. Very funny. She has an American accent. To me, she sounds American, but it
Right.
looks like she's based in Europe. I even
Okay.
went to her management's website, and I did not know any of the comedians, but they didn't seem British
wow.
because a
Okay.
couple of Brits. And then
Yep.
I don't know where she's based out of. And then her bio just says UKLANYAMS, which is Amsterdam. So whatever. She's living the life we all dream, and she's very funny.
Good for her.
Yes,
Did you? That's cool.
Ria
Oh,
Lina.
I will say, I will say this one more thing about Riyadh and living the dream life
Mhm.
is April Macy. Have you been reading April
Oh.
Macy's?
I saw
posts
that one
lately?
post. Has she done more? I saw that one.
Yeah, her writing right now. She's doing like these sort of like, they feel kind of like like a blog or
Yeah.
I think Substack or whatever people are doing.
Yeah.
And it feels more like that because it's more an article.
Mhm.
And they're all incredibly, first of all, the writing is beautiful and the sentiment is great. And you should definitely follow.
Is
she's
it on
been a comic of the
Substack,
week, of
or is
course.
she writing on notes and Instagram, which I can't stand because I have to zoom it. The letters are this big.
Oh, I don't know. I don't
Okay.
know if she's on Substack. I've read them on Instagram and Facebook.
Okay.
But yeah, but she posted pictures of us when we went to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
But we were doing an armed forces entertainment thing. And
Uh-huh.
so I was looking for more pictures of that
Mhm.
trip. And you know how I tell that story on my Horcrux album, I do a bit about with the dog, the canine unit,
Yeah.
and the dog taking me down.
Mhm.
And then Vargas Mason also tried to outrun the dog. That was the story that was after it, and he broke his kneecap.
Mhm.
And when he was in the hospital, I told him I had filmed it, and he said, "Delete it," and I did. Except for that, I just found it,
Ah.
and I don't know why it was hiding on some weird hard drive. So
Mhm.
I called him and I was like, I found, and he was so funny because he said, "I never told you to delete it." And I said, "You were junked up on morphine and your kneecap was in several pieces. So you don't know what you told me. And I wouldn't have deleted it if you had not asked me to delete it. And I clearly didn't delete it because I knew you would have wanted it. But it's been like 13 years.
Jackie, that's
So-
content now. I hope he's posting it everywhere.
Well, I sent it to him, so I don't know if he's posted it. But if you watch it, he almost outruns that damn dog.
Wow.
Like, my dog was was like one of the Belgian shepherds. They
Yeah.
put a German shepherd. The line that I attributed to him was actually Alicia Cooper's. But, and I had texted both, April and Alicia, and Alicia was like, "Do you have tape of me saying the funny line about the German shepherd?" And I said, "No," and I've attributed it to Vargas, so he gets it. I've given away one of your lines, Alicia. So 14 years ago, or whatever. And anyways, but on the back end of that Saudi Arabia post that April did was her dates, and she is all over Southeast Asia. She's all over Australia, and she's all over Europe. And then she's doing like hilarities. or some
Where's she
weird
based
gig
out
in
of?
Florida.
Where's she based out of now?
I don't know, but I know she has a house outside of Florence,
Oh,
Italy.
yeah, I know. Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And because she told me I could stay there and borrow her shitty Fiat if I wanted to do European gigs. And I was like, yeah, I don't think, because I think she's doing it like Tom Rhodes, where it isn't
Yeah, I
a
was
lot of money.
just gonna ask. Is she just put her stuff in storage and just out on the road?
That I don't know. She might keep her stuff, because I know that her apartment burned down in the Palisades.
Wow.
Because she lived in the Palisades, rent controlled.
Right. Fuck.
And it burned down.
Fuck. Is she supposed to get? Are they gonna be able to replace that, or is that just gone?
Oh, I don't know.
Rent
I mean,
control in the Palisades? My God.
Yeah, well, and I think it was rent controlled. But I know that Maria's been having trouble with, she's just trying to figure out, they can't, she's lived 6 different places in the last 8 months.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
Yeah, the house is just rat infested, smoke damaged, asbestos everywhere. Yeah, so, but the house is still there, which in some cases you're like, is that better?
Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So rat infested because no one's there?
I guess. Yeah.
Jesus.
She is doing a great new bit about it, though.
Worth
and,
it, I guess, then. Oh my God. That is so difficult. Jesus Christ.
Yes. Right. And it's so we did 4 shows at the Bell House. Wait, you were going to tell me about New York before we took the break.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah.
Jimmy Kill Live, we did shows. I hope
Yeah.
people watched them. There was 125,000 people applied for tickets for, I don't know, maybe 2,000 tickets
What?
total. Crazy.
Wow.
And the energy was bananas. It was at BAM. It was in the BAM has an opera theater. It's incredible theater. We were all the writers. We were just sort of off to the side, all in one room, basically, and stayed about a 15-minute walk. One subway stop away.
Nice.
From BAM and in downtown Brooklyn. I'd never stayed there before in downtown Brooklyn at all. It's nice. I was like, yep, I can live here. Yep, sign me up. It was really fun. The shows were really great. It felt like great energy. And I just, it's so hard to be the new person all the time. So it's anytime you can have some sort of bonding experience is good. And so I think whatever the last 2 weeks were was definitely yeah, I was there for that.
Yep. Now you're on the team. Now you've no longer shells,
Right.
We were in downtown Brooklyn as well. Did you stay on?
I know, that is so strange. We were yeah. Oh, and I was supposed to go see you guys on Friday night. So I thought I didn't have any. So I thought I didn't have any spots on Friday and Saturday because when I went to Brooklyn, I got there the weekend before, and I decided to stay the weekend after. So I had 2 weekends to fill. The first one with spots at the Broadway and I think just the Broadway. And in my head, I thought I did the second weekend. I thought I called the Stand, right? But I hadn't. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh my God, I must have forgot. So I don't have any stuff on Friday and Saturday. And I just started putting out feelers. Hey, if anyone falls out, I'm around. So I picked up 1 or 2 things. And then Rich Brooks at the Broadway texted me on Wednesday, here's all your spots this weekend. And then I realized, I did fill that weekend, but with the Broadway. So then I had to rearrange things because all of a sudden I had 8 more spots that I had to work around. So I couldn't do your thing, and I had to cancel Whiplash. I felt really bad, but me, I like to bang out dem spots.
Bang out the dem spots. It's I will say that Joelle came one night.
Mm-hmm.
Joelle
Johnson, comedian.
Joelle Johnson, sure. Mm-hmm. She came. Melanie Vesey came.
Oh.
Yeah. And
How's she like in New York?
She likes it. She really likes it.
Is she in
so.
Brooklyn?
I don't know. I think she has an apartment on the Lower East Side, maybe.
Oh, that's Manhattan. Oh, neat. Cool.
That's So, can't remember. And then I know that she likes it. This is that much I know. And then all the shows were sold out.
Wow.
And so many people like last minute were like, "Can I get tickets? Can I get tickets?" And I was like, "Oh my God, I think it's sold out." And then I just kept emailing the tour person to see if more free tickets could come. And then actually I went with a couple of friends from college before the Saturday night show. I went for sushi, like 2 blocks from, because the Bell House is in, and both of my friends have lived in New York since, like Jenny's lived in New York since she was 8 or 9. And then Kat's lived there. Jenny Bergman owned a toy store on 84th in Amsterdam. Just sold it, as a matter of fact. West Side Kids.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, and then Kat, my friend Kat, worked on the Pfizer vaccine. And
wow.
Yeah, gave it to herself before it was, she was the guinea pig.
Oh my God.
Yeah. She did herself. And I said,
hero.
So there's that Novavax thing or so whatever.
Novavax.
Right? Novavax. And I said, so my friend got the Moderna, but she wants to get the Novavax too. And she said, well, she doesn't need both of them. But I mean, if you can, get the Novavax if you can, because it's better. And then Jenny said, I just had COVID. And Kat said, you're fine. You don't need a vaccination because you got it old school. And but Kat's back to working on a cure for AIDS.
Jeez.
So,
but
yeah,
for Pfizer?
No, I don't know. It's different grant stuff, right? So
still? Okay, good. I'm glad.
Right. But she came up with, she was part of the team that came up with a lot of the treatment pills for
Jesus
HIV.
Christ, that's incredible.
Yeah, so she's a genius. And so we went out for sushi, and then they came to the show. And but that neighborhood, they were both like, this used to be like, that was a environmental dump. Like that was a toxic, the Gowanus or Gowanus.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know anything about
Canal,
Brooklyn, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. That canal used to just, I guess, I mean, in Wisconsin, there's a dump in Janesville where they stuck these pipes in, and every time the gas hits the oxygen, so at night the methane gas lights up all over Janesville, Wisconsin. You can go park there and make out with your boyfriend.
Jackie,
Pete Lee and Andy Smith both grew up there.
Your accent got extra Wisconsin while you were talking about it. Did you notice that, Kyle?
It was cute.
Yeah.
Sure. When I talk about toxic waste dumps in Wisconsin, I like to really lean in.
So that's incredible that that lady created so much stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Legacy.
Everybody's it turns out 50 years later we're all doing something, right? And so, but the shows at the Bell House were so good. They were so good. And all I did the first 3 shows was I was like, I'm just going to work on the first 20 minutes, and then I'm going to close with the 3 dick jokes. Just going to work on the first 20 minutes and then close with the 3 dick jokes. Just going to work. And it got tighter. It got tighter. So by the 3rd show, I was like, last show at the Bell House, I'm sick of that set. I want to just do whatever I want to do. Mm-hmm. And I ended up working on the first 20 minutes anyway, but not so tight.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just wanted to have fun. Mm-hmm. And it was even better. And I'm pretty psyched about where it's going. I mean, I have several sets before November, but it is the first 20 minutes.
That's so cool.
The fact that I'm just essentially getting that together a month before I film is a lot. But yeah.
The Bell House is where you and I did our show there, right?
I think so. Yeah.
that no
like
one
a
showed
live
up
Jackie
to.
and Laurie.
Yeah, and then
That's-
he
yeah,
wanted
we
to
had like
charge
50,
us
60 people.
like $100 for a video, a recording of our set after we
Oh,
made
right,
no
right.
money. Yeah, I remember
Right.
that place.
Was that the Bell House or was
I
that
think
Union
it was.
Hall?
I was like, yes, I'm pretty sure. Did you recognize it? Did it look like that to you?
Everything looks the same. I swear to God, I don't just have faceism. I also have place-ism and item-ism. And I have
Mhm.
all of the isms where I'm like, I have no idea. So I got a call today because I'm doing Comics Unleashed.
Yes. Woo.
And so the guy who has booked it forever, last time I was on was 2014, he told me.
Mhm.
But he texted me right when I landed today at LAX. And he was like, give me a call quick. So I call him, and his first writing job was on Murphy Brown,
Wow.
which is what I was on.
Oh yeah.
That was my that's how I got my SAG card. And he was like, Jackie, it's Eric. We've known it, and I need your social security number for
What?
this. And I was like, over
You
the
just
phone?
landed.
That's weird, Eric. Why don't you take it off my W-9 that I'm going to give you? And he said, I need it for SAG. And I was like, do you want my SAG ID number? I find this weird. And he was like, Jackie, we've known each other for 28 years. And I said, sure. And when I see him, I'll remember him. But I'm
No,
just
you
like,
won't. You don't even remember if you're in the same building. You're not going to remember when you see him. You just told me all your isms.
I might remember him. I remember his voice. His voice sounds familiar. But whatever it was, I was at the end of it all. I was just like, here's my social security number. Everybody else has it. The Ken and Karen who own Clear at the airport, they have my retina and my prints, and they've got a photo ID. And so everyone has everything. If anybody wants to Jason Bourne me, they get to do it.
Mhm.
And yeah, so. But it was funny because I also got an email from Unleashed, and they're like, you have to tell us what you're going to talk about. And it can't be about these things. You know, the Saudi prince, the Saudi Arabia government, their culture. No, it wasn't that, but it was kind of that because because they want it to be evergreen. So they don't want anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, so I think I'm just going to do the mother-in-law stuff just because they were like, you could do old stuff. And I'm like, I'm not going to go digging around for old stuff.
That keeps Chris's memory alive for the next 100 years. If you put her
exactly,
you commit her to a Comics Unleashed set, she never died. She's always lived.
Yep, she always lives. It's very beautiful. Yes, you are correct. And so that'll be great.
Yeah, they asked me, and I could not make the dates work versus my day job, so we kicked it down.
You got to push it
that road. Yeah. It seems like they'll need to refill those coffers frequently because they have 4 nights. It's at 4 nights. I'm guessing 4 nights a week after Colbert. So that's 16 comics a week. That's a lot. So.
Oh, I forget that it's that's the slot. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You're going to be on Larry Ellison's channel. Congrats. The Oracle.
Thanks.
Billionaire.
Yeah, the new CBS guy.
Yeah. Do you know they paid Barry Weiss, I believe, $130 to $150 million for her dumb fuck little media project so that she would come aboard and start running CBS News. What they paid her would have paid for 3 to 4 more years of the Colbert Show if they were even telling the truth about Colbert losing $40 million a year, which I find hard to believe. I don't know.
Find very hard.
Telling you,
yeah.
their losses.
Just letting you know,
the money they lost. It's not a loss. It's just like, how do we want to lose money? Do we want it on Colbert or on this absolutely unqualified journalist that we're putting at the head of CBS News? We'll lose it on her instead. That's what they decided.
Man, I am getting just my dad's just calling because all I do when I travel is I read the news. You know, I read the news, I play video games, I read a book, I listen to music, I watch a movie. A lot of media is being consumed. But as I sort of look at the different news outlets around like I'll see something on social media, this happened, and then I
Yeah.
will look it up. Like Greta, what's her face? The kid,
Thunberg.
Thurn.
She's like
Thunberg?
27 now, but yes.
Right, but so I went and I looked it up. I went and looked at the British newspapers and foreign newspapers. I went to ground.com. I went to USA Today, and I was looking for, there was a shooting in Montgomery, Alabama.
Right.
Just here's the crazy thing about that shooting, by the way. So 2 people were killed and 14 people were injured. And it was in a crowded outdoor venue where 2 guys decided to shoot each other and didn't care who else got shot. And as there was shooting, several other people who were openly and concealed carrying their guns pulled out their guns. So it was like a cartoon, an evil cartoon
God,
of American bullshit.
One of the people killed was a 17-year-old kid.
Yes.
Ugh.
Right. There were like 6 of them were under 21 or under 20.
Oh my God.
And yeah, just completely insane. And they don't know who the shooters were. They don't even have descriptions. I can't find it. But my dad keeps calling me and telling me that my brother Russ is upset about it. And I was like, wait, about me posting news articles? And he's like, you're going to get in trouble. And I'm like, I'm not famous enough to get in trouble. Not enough people even listen to this podcast for me to get in trouble. And I don't want, and we talked about it, but I've literally gotten 2 more calls from him and my brother Phil going, yeah, I guess you're posting a lot on Facebook.
Now they have the same
got
last
his own
name as you,
problems.
so I bet they're hearing a little bit from it, right?
Maybe they're getting guff from their people. Maybe that's what it is. Like what it's, hey, your sister is she an Antifa? And I was like, there is no Antifa. If there's there is a Heritage Foundation building. There is not an Antifa building.
Right.
There are people that are anti-fascist. And if you are not anti-fascist, guess what that makes you?
Exactly.
That's right, Jackie. Throw them off from the secret meetings.
Secret, with super secret meetings where everyone's just dancing in the streets and handing
Do
each
our
other bottles
crisis
of water.
actors zip zap zopping and cash our checks.
Yeah, so then we went to Long Island and did a theater that we had done before, that I think I had opened for Maria before at Port Washington, or she said she had been there, Port Washington, Long Island, and it was on Oyster Bay. And it was one of those theaters that has like a membership, so people buy tickets for the whole season.
Right. So you're going to get people that think Maria Bamford is the name of one of Shakespeare's lost plays, and then they come and it's stand-up comedy. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I try to explain, and then we do the show, and then it was a bit of it was just less energy,
Yeah.
The show was fine.
Yeah.
But it wasn't Bell House, which
Right.
people had lost their mind. Standing hours every show.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I sold all of my merch.
Oh my God.
I sold almost 50 t-shirts. I came home with 3 t-shirts.
Oh my God.
And I sold 40
Jackie.
beanies.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yes.
I'm doing math in my head, but I even think I'm underselling.
It's a great deal of money. It's
Yes.
nice. But I do have a plan so I talked to Blonde Medicine about the new album, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to Dominic and I said, so I don't know that I want CDs. And he chuckled. And he said, he was like, well, we're not really doing physical. And I said, probably for the best. I have a garage full of CDs and DVDs.
Yeah.
And, but he has, so here, what do you think of this plan? I'm going to get Jenny Fine to make an enamel pin design from the Made of Bees. And it's going to be a bee. And it's going to be attached to a card that has the download. And it's all of the money for that is just going to go to like some sort of, like I did with the meat shield stuff.
Oh, cool.
It'll be a donation, and they'll get the album, they'll get a pin,
Mm-hmm.
and it'll all go to like Churla or whatever,
Yeah.
some helpful immigration thing or like pro rights,
Mhm.
pro
I
democracy
gotcha.
representation. Yeah, that's the tentative plan for that. So
we did have a Kimmel Writers show at Union Hall that was sold out.
right.
Really fun. Really
I bet.
fun. And people waited
Was
too
that
long to buy
packed as
tickets.
well?
And they couldn't get tickets. And, we decided not to do a second show. They offered us a second show. And we're like, we all, some of us have to be up at 6:30 to write jokes. So no.
Oh, right.
And
Okay.
so if
How
you were
about
on
an
the morning
earlier show?
shift-
Like
What?
at 5 a.m. How about an earlier show at 5 p.m.?
Because Kimmel's still shooting at that point. So we had a tiny
Oh, right.
window.
There just wasn't
and
time. Yeah.
I'm
you had a
not going to
window,
go
you
back
did it.
in time and do another show, Jackie. So no need to suggest
Next time.
that I do an early show. So yeah, but it was really cool. It's fun to see everybody. And then I did well, and I was like, okay, so people they're like know me as the new comedy writer, but don't know what the fuck I am. I'm like, okay, so you guys know I'm funny now, right? Okay. It was nice to I did prove something. Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's but most of them know. They gotta know. I hope they know. And now they double know. Now they double super secret know.
Mm-hmm.
You want to take another break? Mm-hmm. All right. I love it. Well, I am off to Texas when this drops, Wednesday. And then we're going to drive. Maria and I are going to drive to the different cities. And some of them are like 3 or 4 hour drives. And
that'll be fun, I think.
It'll be super fun. Yeah, it'll be great. And then I got a new prescription for my glasses, and one pair will be ready tomorrow, which is good because these aren't great. They're okay.
They don't get my glasses right ever. They're always.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No one ever gets my prescription right. I think I've complained to you about this before. It's always a little off, and I'm just like, I went swimming tonight without my contacts in. Of course, complete blur above the water, and then underwater is like magic.
Crystal.
Magic. Yes. Cruel.
Wow.
So cruel.
It is cruel. What else we got?
Well, let's see. Just general fear of what the United States is becoming and how bad is it going to get before there's like real pushback from the states, and what does that look like? And do I have to get a gun and fight for the state of California? Do I have to become part of a Western State Alliance underground railroad where I'm hiding Alabamans that are coming to our
West
side?
Coast Avengers.
Yes. I don't know. It's all real scary shit.
Right.
And the thing is like, in terms of, how the stuff all, changed with Kimmel, where he just said, I'm not apologizing. And he came back and it was like, okay, we're back. But I don't think that they're done trying to take over the airwaves. I don't think they're letting go of their desire to own the FCC and just cancel anything they want to cancel.
Sure.
I think.
Are you kidding? Yeah.
So it's still. I don't feel safe, Jackie.
You're not wrong. You aren't
Thank
safe.
you.
But what was I mean, it's. I think it's interesting because I wonder, like with the no traffic controllers, right? The air traffic controllers. One of the things they try to do is they try to keep us all home, in a fascist state. They don't want you to travel.
Right.
And, yeah. So I know you want to do a Zoom show this week, but I can't do it. But if you want to do one, with others, you have a
we'll
quality
see.
Zoom account. Yeah.
Yes.
And, yeah. So the work, the stand-up work and the travel for that worry a little bit because Texas just passed a law where even if anyone can sue anyone if you talk about abortion pills or some damn thing. It's something.
It's got to be a
incredibly
doctor, not a comedian. I mean, I'm not saying that's any better, but I don't think you could be sued for joking about abortion pills.
No. But I think that it's there was something I saw on Abortion Access Front.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, they're 10 years. They've been Abortion Access Front, and we're doing the good work. So donate to them. But there was a brand new law in Texas about anybody can narc on anybody now.
It's horrific.
If you're getting mailed in pills.
That's why I think Gavin Newsom
passed the
decreed
good
or
law.
Whatever. That's the anonymous.
Doctors can now prescribe abortion pills anonymously, which is great. So that nobody has to deal with that. And then, did you see the judge's beach home?
Of course, I did.
In South Carolina,
Unbelievable.
blew up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that feels like
it's
and
scary
Stephen
shit.
Miller's lost his mind.
Yeah. Stephen Miller,
yeah.
I just read, said he wants to take the population of America down to 100 million people. That means getting rid of 250 million people. Illegal immigrants, of course, he wants to get rid of, but he also wants to get rid of legal immigrants and Americans who he doesn't like, which you and I and Kyle definitely fit under that umbrella. I wonder if he's coming for dual citizens. Like, if you've got 2 passports, you can only have one, so pick one. I don't know. Guess what? I'll pick. Bye.
Right. Pretty sure he's going to be coming for all brown and black people first.
Right.
But he will definitely, in a Niemöller kind of way, get to us.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's grim. But what did I tried a line on stage which didn't work. I might have said it wrong. It was just like the last time on this continent that there was a government this corrupt, it actually created a democratic republic. So,
although
right?
it
Because
wasn't
of the
on this
Revolutionary
continent,
War.
right? It was on.
It was superimposed from England.
Okay.
I mean, it's a reference to the Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
That's probably why it didn't work, because everyone's like, what is she specifically talking about? That's too fiddly. And I'm like, no, I wanna give some hope. And people did come up and they were psyched about how mad I was. They were like, yeah. And someone else, I think it was Joelle, said that, was it Joelle? I don't know who it was, but somebody nice said that they hadn't heard anybody doing that angle, the angle I'm doing on the new.
Oh, cool.
Though I have heard several Anne Frank jokes, so I may drop the Anne Frank line. And then, everyone should buy tickets for my Madison show because I'm trying desperately to sell out, and I was not offered Riyadh. So if you could
what date?
fill that.
What dates are you?
16 to 20, I believe. 18 October 15 to the 20th. So that week.
Oh,
Madison, Wisconsin, Comedy on State coming right up.
yeah, it is coming up.
Please, it's my home state. Feel free to drive in from New York.
She'll talk in that accent that she talked about methane.
I'll
gas
say things
leaks.
like, "Oh cripes, you guys! It's
Do it.
Have you ever the Foam House of Tomorrow up at the Dells? Have you been? I think they knocked it down.
Bargain at
So
twice the price of this ticket.
that's it. Scalpers? What? So I saw the Great American Bake Off with Patton Oswalt.
What's that? Wait, Patton's
It's
in
a celebrity. Yeah. So it's Great British Bake Off.
Yeah.
Is Prue and
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Yes.
The Great American Bake Off is a real. It's a real show that's on Roku, but they do a holiday one. They do a couple of holiday ones with famous people in America, and Patton was on, and
neat.
Leslie Jones, and the guy from Supernatural, and somebody from SNL, and I don't know enough about SNL, but she was great. She was tiny.
Does Patton know how to cook?
He was very funny. He actually knew how to cook better than almost everybody else. because with the Great British Bake Off Celebrity Edition,
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty much, here's a recipe, make pumpkin bread.
That's it.
Then and there's no technical, and then there's a like they have to do something a fancy, like because it was a Halloween one, that the showstopper was a cake that was their greatest fear when they were children.
Okay.
And so Patton had quicksand. The SNL lady did a monster under her bed.
A quicksand cake? Was that like,
Yeah.
What was
It
the
was
flavor?
it was just carrot cake,
Oh.
but he had a hand coming out of it like he was sinking into quicksand.
All right.
Very fun.
Sounds
Yeah, but he
sounds
did great.
tasty.
Yeah, he did great, and yeah, he was he did pretty good because he read the instructions. But he was like, I don't really cook or bake, but I do. Yeah, like I know how to cut the plastic on the lean cuisine and turn it in the middle.
Yes.
And but he was funny, and there was a couple of sketches, and it was funny.
Did they have, here's what annoys me about the Great British, which I watch, is they do have comedians constantly bothering the bakers. And to me, the jokes
It's
aren't
the
worth
worst.
what they're interrupting them. Like, these people are trying to focus, and you're kind of doing these medium riffs. You know, it's going out to kids, whatever. I get it. It's, you know, you can't be sharp
You
or
don't
whatever.
have to.
But
Yeah,
just
people are
stop
trying
it.
to concentrate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're trying to fucking
My favorite-
concentrate.
My favorite are when the people just go, "You have to go away." There was also another comic. I can't remember his name. I think he's a New York guy, and but he actually said to Noel, he said, "Whenever things aren't going well, you're over here." And no, it wasn't the comic. It was the actual British Bake Off. It was
Okay.
one of the contestants actually said that to Noel, and Noel was like, "Okay, I guess I'll go." And then he loped off, and
He does lope.
he lopes.
My mom
And-
used to
and
say
he-
that
and-
word a lot. That must be a Midwest
Aw.
word.
It's a nice one. I love language.
Mhm.
Kyle, do you have something intense you'd like to? What do you want to say?
I feel like my claiming of Antifa earlier was about as heavy as I can go at this point.
Okay, all right, yeah. We only have a couple more minutes.
True.
Does anyone have any
Do
questions?
you guys like
Anybody?
pumpkin bread?
Yes.
I like banana bread better.
Same. Okay.
I like banana bread.
I
I
like
love carrot
'cause
cake,
pump-
but
Yeah,
when it
that's
has
better than
raisins
both.
in it, I'm sick to my stomach. I'm like, why did you ruin carrot
What
cake
about
like
a
that?
walnut?
No.
Okay.
Oh no,
I'm
nuts
less mad
either?
at a walnut, but it's still not welcome there.
Here's a weird food thing with me. I hate it when there's fruit and meat.
Go on.
Thumbs down.
Oh, that reminds me.
Like-
I just finished
Like
watching
a cherry chicken. Yeah,
yes, a
go ahead.
great TV show called Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. Have I talked to you about this?
No, but I saw it on the feed. Is it
It's
good?
a time traveling. Please sit down, everyone. You're not going to believe this got made into a show. Time traveling Korean Michelin star cook
Oh, that's
goes
right.
back to holds a cookbook from the years 1500s, say. Goes, and I didn't even know Korea had a name previous to Korea, but goes back to the Joseon dynasty, which ran the area we now call Korea, for several hundred years, Middle Ages, and hooks up
And
with
cooks.
cooks for her life. Like, she gets captured by the king, who's a tyrant. She knows the history. She knows how it's going to go down for him. And she gets the kind side to him. Of course, they played this up. I don't think the real tyrant had a romantic side. This king is fucking hot, by the way. By the way. And then, so every time she cooks, it's like, if I don't like your meal, I'm going to have you executed. That's the way they did things back then. And currently at this Ria Comedy Festival. So she makes great meals, right? And she uses all of her Michelin training and creates stuff that they've never had before, right? And she has a cast iron, like a steam pressure or a pressure cooker made You
Yeah.
know, like she knows how to get it made,
she
right?
invents the pressure cooker.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
then every time they take a bite, this is what I'd love to be on the writing team. They go off into these fantasies in their heads of like one bite of her food sends them to these places. And it's hilarious. But it's
What's this
also
called?
romantic, sexy, campy, and you're getting like
and kind of funny.
food. And the way they eat, I keep trying to like eat like that, like take a bite and like see if I can
Kinda
taste the
savor it.
flavors and then go boom in my head. I recommend it. It's great.
What's it called
Wow,
again?
Laurie Kilmartin's
called
finding her taste buds. This is
Bon
amazing.
Appetit, Your Majesty. It's on
Okay.
Netflix. It's in Korean with English subs, but it's so great.
And
I love it.
I have to tell you, I've heard of it because there's an episode of The Dork Forest dedicated entirely to time travel Korean dramas.
What? That's a thing
Hell
they do?
yes.
Oh, no wonder
It's a
it got.
genre.
No
It is a genre.
wonder that pitch got picked up. I get it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Awesome.
It's
Hilarious.
right. I am reading Lydia Poet. I'm watching Lydia Poet, which is the Italian I Want to Be a Lawyer show on. It's in Italian with subtitles, or it is dubbed, but I recommend it in
Is
Italian.
this on your
Lydia
cozy
Poet.
service?
P.O.
Also on Netflix, POET,
Okay.
Not
and it's
sure.
set in the early 1900s
Okay.
in Turin. And get this, what I just realized, I've watched now, I think, a season and a half. And what I just realized about it was that the male, it's essentially, she wants to be a lawyer. She can't be a lawyer because she's a girl.
Right.
And so she's fighting the good fight and solving crimes anyway. But what I like about the whole production of it is that it introduces us to essentially the decent men who helped her, who are trying to pass the legislation as well.
Yeah.
So the depiction of like her brother, the depiction of her brother-in-law, the depiction
cool.
of the prosecutor. So there are bad men and there are gross men and there are evil men, but there are also good men. And that's what I like about it, because it's got all the kinds of men that there are.
Yay,
you know.
men.
All the kinds of yay men.
Bon appetit.